Australians are facing a cost of living crisis. Prices for essential goods and services are rising faster than wages. From groceries to petrol and housing, the pressure is being felt across the board. Key factors include COVID-19 spending, Reserve Bank policies, immigration, and the energy transition. The Consumer Price Index rose by 7% in the year to March 2023, the highest increase in over 2 decades. This surge in inflation is eroding the purchasing power of Australian households. The COVID-19 pandemic triggered unprecedented government spending in Australia. While these measures were necessary to support businesses and individuals during lockdowns, they have also contributed to inflationary pressures. The sudden influx of government money into the economy, combined with reduced spending opportunities during lockdowns, led to a surge in demand for goods and services.
Simultaneously, global supply chains were disrupted by factory closures, shipping delays, and labor shortages. This mismatch between supply and demand fueled price increases across various sectors. For example, the price of timber, a key building material, skyrocketed during the pandemic, driving up the cost of new homes and renovations.
The pandemic also accelerated pre-existing trends such as the shift towards online shopping. This increased demand for delivery services and logistics, putting further pressure on supply chains and contributing to inflation. While some of these supply chain issues are beginning to ease, their lingering effects continue to be felt in the Australian economy. In response to rising inflation, the Reserve Bank of Australia has embarked on a series of interest rate hikes. The official cash rate, which influences the interest rates offered by banks to borrowers, has risen substantially since May 2022. While these hikes are intended to curb inflation by discouraging borrowing and spending, they have also increased the cost of living for many Australians.
Mortgage holders in particular are feeling the pinch of rising interest rates. As their monthly repayments increase, many households are forced to cut back on other expenses, such as groceries and entertainment. This has a ripple effect throughout the economy, slowing down economic growth.
The housing market has also been impacted by rising interest rates. The combination of higher borrowing costs and falling house prices has made it more difficult for first-time buyers to enter the market. This has exacerbated housing affordability issues, particularly in major cities like Sydney and Melbourne.
Section 4. Immigration and Demand, a Balancing Act. Australia has a long history of immigration, which has contributed significantly to its economic growth. However, the recent increase in the migration cap to address labor shortages has also raised concerns about its impact on the cost of living.
A larger population increases demand for goods and services, including housing, transportation, and infrastructure. This can lead to price increases, particularly in the short term, as supply struggles to keep up with demand.
However, immigration can also have positive effects on the economy in the long run. Skilled migrants can fill labor shortages, boost productivity, and contribute to innovation.
The government faces a delicate balancing act in managing immigration levels to ensure that the benefits outweigh the potential costs of the cost of living.
Section 5. Energy Transition, Costs and Opportunities. Australia is committed to transitioning to a cleaner energy future. However, this transition comes with its own set of costs and challenges, which can impact the cost of living.
Investing in renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, requires significant upfront costs. These costs are often passed on to consumers through higher energy bills in the short term.
However, the long-term benefits of a cleaner energy system are substantial. Reducing reliance on fossil fuels can lead to lower and more stable energy prices in the future, as well as environmental benefits.
The government needs to manage this transition carefully to mitigate the short-term costs for consumers while ensuring a sustainable energy future.
Section 6. The Uneven Impact, Winners and Losers in the Cost of Living Crisis. The cost of living crisis is not affecting all Australians equally. Some groups are disproportionately impacted by rising prices, while others are relatively insulated.
Low-income households are hit hardest by the cost of living crisis. They spend a larger proportion of their income on essential goods and services.
Pensioners and those on fixed incomes are also vulnerable. Young people, particularly those renting in expensive cities, are also struggling.
High-income earners are less affected by rising prices. They have a larger buffer to absorb price increases.
The uneven impact highlights the need for targeted government policies.